Hey everyone, welcome back to WrestlePop.
All right, guys, everyone has been wondering about the biggest mystery in all of WWE, and that is where has Bo Dallas been? And apparently now we kind of know. So according to Wrestling Observer Radio, he is still under contract with WWE, but despite not having been in a match since November 2019, he is still just hanging around backstage, just waiting, I guess, waiting in the wings.
Talk about a lucky guy, because remember back when the pandemic hit, a lot of people were let go, and you were thinking, okay, they're gonna let go of all the low card guys, the mid card guys, and all that kind of stuff. And Bo Dallas, unfortunately, he's a jobber. I'm sure he's a very nice guy and all that kind of stuff. But during his time in WWE, he hasn't really done anything, right? He had that one thing with what's his name, The Miz. Yeah, The Miz and all that kind of stuff. That was kind of cool. And ever since then, they were doing like the B team or something like that. And it was okay. I felt like it was slowly starting to get over. But really, guys, I thought he was going to be released. And then his name never came up. And apparently, he's just been sitting at home, probably getting paid and, just doing nothing.
Yeah.
And so everyone's like wondering what the deal is, right? And I think we can probably assume the reason is he's Bray Wyatt's brother and all this kind of stuff. But Bo Dallas, if you guys don't know, he's very interesting because he was actually on Chris Jericho's podcast. And you're thinking, okay, they're going to talk about wrestling, right? No, dude, this guy is into conspiracy theories and all this kind of wild stuff. He actually believes in lizard people. And guys, if you haven't listened to this podcast, it was really, really good because this dude really believes in this stuff. And guys, he was so into it. He was shaking and nervous because he was wanting to talk about this stuff and actually talking about it on a podcast so the world can hear about it. And yeah, so if you have never listened to this podcast with Jericho and Bo Dallas, I highly recommend you check it out because this guy, even though in the ring he's kind of a jobber, I feel like in real life he's interesting.
Well, he is, and maybe he needs his own podcast.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what WWE should do with him, because he was very entertaining, albeit a little over the top. You could tell he really, really believes this stuff, and he was just passionate about it. You could hear it coming out of the speakers, how passionate he was. And I feel like he was also a little nervous, whenever he was talking about the lizard people, he thought that they were gonna come after him from talking about it. It was very interesting, but also a little kooky,
Yeah, it's
just
very,
a little bit.
very kooky, but I feel like when they do bring him back, maybe they need to let him, embrace this as his new character.
Let his freak flag fly. All right, guys, that's the video. If you like what we're doing here, definitely check out our other channel, 5 Minute Eats, and don't forget to give us a like and subscribe.